Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which would be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to get into a brief lesson speaking on the power of the words of the Lord, and how through these words, through the foolishness of preaching, we've been made whole, man. We've been healed. You know, prior to being allowed to dwell in the courts of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, we were lost, wounded, confused, afflicted. We didn't know if we were coming or going, man. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and through his mercy, he rested the Holy Spirit upon us and allowed us to draw near unto him, man, which is the true blessing, as it's written in the book of Psalms. As a matter of fact, let's start there through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Let's start right here. The book of Psalms, chapter 65, in verse 4, and it reads, "Blessed is the man whom thou choosest and causest to approach unto thee, that he may dwell in thy courts. We shall be satisfied with the goodness of thy house, even of thy holy temple." So first and foremost, as it reads in the beginning of this precept, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai has to choose you, man, first and foremost. Contrary to what a wacky-tacky Christian would expect regarding them choosing God today, right? They chose Jebus today. You see, contrary to popular belief, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai has to choose you, man. Okay? The Father has to draw you to the Son. You see? And ultimately, you're going to be led by the Holy Spirit. And all things will come to remembrance, man, if you are of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai's. You see? And ultimately, you'll be healed, man. Let's go get it in the book of, what's that, Wisdom of Solomon? See, we're dwelling in the secret places of the Most High by dwelling within this word, man. Within these secret councils that are on display in public, man. You see? Let's go here. The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, and verse 12, and it reads, For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things." You see that? So through the foolishness of preaching, man, okay, faith cometh by hearing. You see, it was this word that healed us spiritually. You see, because no matter how many riches we would have received, okay, no matter how many resources we would have attributed, okay, no matter how many women we had, hey, we would never have found satisfaction if we would not have received the Spirit. And hey, it goes for you women as well, man. You see? Because there will be women delivered. There are elect women. You see? And children, man. You see? And it was this word being preached which gathered us, pursuant to Baruch, the 4th chapter. This is a powerful work that's on display. And it's something Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, cannot stop. Even though he has a full-fledged campaign trying to. It's not gonna prevail. It's gonna deem unworthy. Okay, the slander, the false accusing, the snares, okay, that this man's gonna set in efforts to trap the elect. It's all gonna come to naught. Because as it's written, the counsel of the Lord, that shall stand, man. And he's gonna do all his pleasures, man. And it's his pleasure to what? Give us the kingdom, Akiyam. Ultimately, that's where we're headed. But it began with us receiving this word and these shackles, okay? These chains of iron being released off of us, man. Let's go here. The book of Isaiah, off of our minds to be specific. The book of Isaiah chapter 52 and verse 2, and it reads, shake thyself from the dust. And the phone chimed in. Shake thyself from the dust. Arise and sit down, O Jerusalem. And dust is likened unto what? Confusion. You see, we're no longer confused, Akiyam and Akwaf. Why? Because we've received the truth through the Holy Spirit. We're no longer sitting in the dust, man. That's why the Lord's telling us to what? Shake thyself from the dust. Shake thyself from the confusion, man. Arise and sit down, right? Relax, O Jerusalem, right? Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion, man. We're in the process of going home. Okay, this is what the masses are witnessing. What they're witnessing is the tabernacle of David being raised up. They're witnessing Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai raise us up out of the dunghill, man, as it's written in 1 Samuel. Which only he has the power to do so. As a matter of fact, let's go get that. Because as it tells us in Deuteronomy 28 and 68, no man's gonna buy us, man. Going into redeem. No man's gonna redeem us. Only Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has that power and authority. The book of 2 Samuel, the book of 1 Samuel, Salakia, chapter 2. I'm gonna go straight to the point. In verse 8, and it reads, he raiseth up the poor out of the dust. Okay, who's the poor? Us so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And we're not poor, okay, as in, you know, eating out of trash cans and dumpster diving. No, man. Poor in the sense of what? We have no power in our hands. Okay, we have no standing military. Okay, we have no seat on Esau's council in the form of the EU, NATO and the EU. Not that we want to, but just making the point. You see? We are the weak. We are the poor, man, in this man's society. Okay, the last hired and the first fired. You see, coming up at the bottom of the totem pole, man. The scum of the barrel. But guess what? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is raising us up. And it begins with him giving us this word. This truth in the form of the Holy Spirit, man. Which is the only way you're going to understand. Okay? Which is the only way you're going to fear the Lord. Is by having the Holy Spirit. You see, let's continue on. Let's read this from the top. 1 Samuel 2 and 8, and it reads, he raiseth up the poor out of the dust. See? So when you go back to Isaiah 52, it's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai taking us by the hand, okay? And removing us from the confusion we were what? Standing in, man. Okay, it's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shaking that dust off us, man. We're not doing it on our own. Right? We're no longer confused, man. The Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for this truth. And lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill. What's a dunghill? Dung is shit. Okay? Alright, we're being raised up out of a shitty situation, man. Okay, we're going to go from shit to riches, sovereignty, power, everlasting life and dominion. See? To set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. And how you know this is talking about Israelites, all you got to do is go to Romans 9. Okay? It tells you that. As a matter of fact, let me finish this out and go there. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and this Lord's in capital goes into, that's Yahweh. You see, so the pillars of the earth are Yahweh's, man. And he has set the world upon them, man. Let's do this real quick. The book of Romans, chapter 9. All right. And this is Apostle Paul speaking, right? Check this out. We'll read from the top real quick and get to the point, which is in verse 4. I say the truth in Mashiach, I lie not. My conscience also beareth me witness in the Holy Spirit. So he was full of the Holy Spirit while he was making this point. Check this out. I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart, which that word heart in the Hebrew is la, which is your mind. Right? So he was conflicting in the mind. Check this out. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Mashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh. So he's saying, pretty much saying, I wish I could have took on what Yahweh Shai did for my people. Check this out. We're going to blow this up. Who are Israelites? See that? To whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory. That was the point. Okay, proven to you in 1 Samuel what? We'll go back. And the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and the promises. When you go back, the 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 8, it reads what? He raises up the poor out of the dust, proving that we are the poor. This is talking about Israel. And lifted up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. You see, that glory only pertains to Israel pursuant to Romans 9, 4 and 4 in the New Testament. Okay, for the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he has set the world upon them, man. Okay, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to be pleased, okay, to give us the kingdom. Akiyam and Akwa. Affliction is not going to rise up a second time, as it's written in Nahum 1 and 9, man. Let's close out right here. The book of Luke chapter 12 and verse 32, and it reads, Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom, man. And this is red letter. This is Yahweh Shai speaking, man. That little flock is the elect, first and foremost. You see that remnant. But guess what? In efforts to come into the kingdom, it starts with the wisdom. It starts with this word. We got to prove it. Let's close out right here. Salakia, forgive me. Let's close out here. To prove that, we got to prove it. Prove all things. The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6. Proving to you how precious this word is, man. We'll close out right here. The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6 and verse 21, and it reads, If your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom, that ye may reign forevermore. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam, and Akwath were edified. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kal Halalim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Shalom.